He doesn't want to have any part of what's going on. He quit. Yep, just like that.
Completely quit.
Yeah, that's what I think. But let it be known, I know about as much as you do when it comes to season 2. So, as far as I'm concerned, he quit.
Season 2, that's something everyone's talking about right now because people want it and we don't know anything, right? Like,
yeah, man, I want it too. I want it because I love this story. I'm also trying to pay off my college loans, but I love this story, man. I'm really proud to be a part of this story, and I hope that we get to keep telling it.
So, is there very much of you in your character?
Yes. He's a dichotomy. There's a lot of me in my character, yeah. And the fact that he's somebody who's really passionate about friendships, and the fact that he's somebody who sees loyalty as like, he values that over everything else. But there's a lot of the opposite of me in the fact that he doesn't value truth as much as I do. I'm really passionate about honesty. I'll either be quiet or tell the truth. And Willie will lie to survive. And I think the truth helps you survive. So yeah, there's a lot that lines up and there's a lot that doesn't.
So, if Willie's a fan of comic books, are you? And if so, what is your favorite comic?
Well, my first introduction to graphic novels, period, is Deadly Class. I never picked up a comic, read anything until, I didn't even know Deadly Class was a comic when I got the audition. But I've read every issue of Deadly Class 5 times now because I really want to be good at my job. Like, people take comic characters very seriously, so I'm not trying to mess it up. But no, I've just been a fan of comic book movies. So that's my first introduction to it. I like it.
So you haven't moved on to other comics?
Well, Rick has written like a ton, and he told me he was going to give me a bunch of them. But if you watch the show, you know Rick and Marcus are kind of similar. And he was like, "Why would I just arrogantly tell you I'm going to give you a bunch of my comics? Like, I shouldn't do that. But I'll send them to you anyway." And then like he never did. But I haven't really asked him for it. But yeah, I think he doubled back on himself and was like, I shouldn't have done that. And I'm like, yeah, you should have, man. You blessing a young man with free comics. Give me that. But, I should probably ask him that.
So, if season 2 were to happen, where would you want Willie to go?
Bless you. The 2 extremes, I think. I either want him to quit completely and just kick it with Gabrielle and live a life and be somebody's father and be a comic writer, successful or not. Or I'd want him to ditch Gabrielle and be with his friends and fight for what he thinks is right, even if Luke doesn't think he's right.
So, on that vein, Team Master Gao, Team Master Lin?
Master Lin. Master Lin seems to still hold understanding that Jurgen was arguing with him about. The fact that the rats are supposed to dethrone their corrupt masters, but Gao seems to be teaching people to maintain what our elders have established because we're too lazy to figure something else out. So, Master Lin.
I don't know, you were singing Ease On Down, bro.
Yeah, I was.
You seem to have a bit of lightness to you that makes sense with the character you're playing, but you also have a very dry wit and self-deprecation. Is there any kind of improv, or did you play around with lines or anything when you were
You watch closely, don't you? Well, since you've asked, I went to acting school, and it's kind of new for me. I got blessed because people thought what I did naturally was like cool, which people refer to as talent. That's a very euphemistic way to say that I got lucky.
Okay.
But I think that people encouraging me to be myself inspired me to want to go and play other people too. Because I figured if I can master Luke, then maybe I can master some other stuff. But I gotta make sure I can play Luke first before I can play everybody else. So Luke's the character I work the hardest on. Yeah.
Okay.
But improv stuff, a little. But not as much as I should have.
All right, favorite song from the show?
From this show?
Yes.
You know what? I don't even remember the name, but the one from the end of the pilot when Marcus is staring at Saya and you hear this awesome piano, and then Deadly Class and you hear that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we're going to have you go down here.
Shit, thanks you guys.